To start. Evening to you all. First photo. This is Stevens Park, one of the parks where I take Russian, obviously for a walk in the morning. This is the big park nearest to us, and they've got cannas in. Luckily, this is the bit where I've never walked with a hound, because we've got the bowling green here, so that's why I was on the lead. Good job of digs. I saw these, and the groundsman had just finished on the bowling green. When he come out, I says, "Do you leave these cannas out? I'll take them in." He says, "From what happened last year, i.e. bad winter, we now take them in." They lost that many. So before that, they did leave them out. And that was the back of their walled garden. And this one is the Cradley High School, the park I normally go to. This is with Russian. And you can see they put two more cannas in here. Now, these was full of cannas last year, and they dug the lot out. Well, I think the frost jobbed them as well, but they've only put two in this year. So we'll see how they go. Seen this chap on during the week. He's a nice pink with a yellow tinge on the outside of the leaf. And me, I'm in about 4 kind of groups. This wench is from India, and I've messaged her asking if he's got any seed. It says not yet, meaning that's a good answer. Meaning I might get some. So if it does get some seed, I'm one of the first on the waiting list, because most of the people want the rhizomes. But that's a corker. Love it. Right, Jeffrey last week he mentioned they have hedges, but he don't know what it was called. But it is the same as ours. It's privet. But they have stink. Well, Jeffrey had stink bugs last year, and this is where the stink bugs hibernate in the privet. Luckily, I have heard of them, but I've never heard anybody having them in the UK. Anybody had them in the UK?
No.
Oh, them shield bug things.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them all the time.
I don't think they're shield bugs. Is it the same thing, Lizzie?
I think so, yeah.
Stink bugs.
Yeah, that's what I've always
brown
known.
one.
Yes.
And the shield bugs are green, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Positive, but I think so.
I've never noticed them in the privet of our. Right, if you remember from the show this year, I was told by the gaffer when he come up, they said this will be the last time your marquee goes on the 5-a-side pitch. I thought, he would bloody go something else. Meaning, if you remember going up the driveway, the marquee goes on up here, and it says you can have it on the car park next year. Oh, Christ almighty, something else. Got to get sandbags and all this crap. Any road, I had not a message from him, but he's one of his runners saying he wants our trading shed off the premises. Oh, Christ almighty, here we go again. I don't think nothing runs smooth. Any road, I went to see him. Basically, because he's having his 5-a-side pitch done in the up-to-date or newest, whatever it is, AstroTurf, but it's that good you can't tread on it with normal shoes. That's why he tells to clear off with a marquee for next year. But I think it's Sky Sports and them doing the whole of the car park, meaning that's on the edge of the car park, and that's why he wants it out the road. Originally, if he'd have just said that, Mick, we're gonna kick you off, I'm having this grant instead of any road. So that was another dilemma. You know, I tried these. This is down Cradley Sports and Social Club. I tried these a couple of months ago, and we couldn't get the room. Basically, I wanted the room first, which is this one, just for our speakers, the general meetings. But we've got to get in, say, about half 7, because the meeting starts at 8. But somebody had got the room up until 8 o'clock. So if we don't get it till 8, then the speaker's got to set it up and all this crap, and you know, it has come free. So that's where we legged it down. It's got Cradley Sports there. If you Google it, but that ain't, because that's the school, Collie Lane School, and that's old folks complex. That should be there, because that's where Cradley Sports and Social Club is. And I've just sent this photo out to all the members. That's the driveway in to the car park. Pretty great bowling green. And they've got a good sized building, and that's our room we'd be ironing for the tour. So there's the entry to the what's it. But 3 of us legged it down there during the week. I'd been in for yonks, Banksy's, Boston. So the 3 musketeers sorted a few things out with the gaffer, or one of the bar stewards, and we explained to him after a venue for the meetings and for the show as well. Luckily, the next 2 Thursdays, which is the first Thursday of the month, which is next Thursday, that was free, and the Thursday after for all our presentation night. So we booked them. Show wise, free next year, but it's got to go through the committee. But the committee, there's 2 big boys on the committee. They're not back till a week tomorrow. As soon as they have their meeting, then the nasty who works behind the bar, good nickname, eh? Used to have the Talbot. I remember him. If see him. But he's going to let us know it's all gone through. But he said you shouldn't have any problem whatsoever, because they want their custom, don't they? So what we were sussing out, don't forget we got to get rid of our green training shed, and that would have been a bloody ball ache. Where the hell can you put a shed? Because he wants it off ASAP. Now, when we legged it down here, me, Paul and Mark, Paul pulled up here, and had a perv round. Now, luckily, that is a metal container, not as big as ours, but there's room at the side there to get our container. There's a skip there, meaning we can get in. Perfect. That is hidden, because that's a high edge, and down there. And coming in, well, from the top here, you wouldn't see it either. Perfect. Don't forget we got all our marquee in there and everything. And the idea is to get the marquee up there. I think we will need it. We ain't going to get away with that room. But we put that up there. They have had marquees there before. So that'd be perfect. And this room here, it's just one large room. So everybody can sit around. And I've got a built-in screen, a big one, which is perfect. I've got a built-in projector and the mics set up and everything. Brilliant. Less bloody hassle for me as chairman and the committee work-wise. And I'm very friendly and all. Because next Thursday we've got Darren Rudge. He's our speaker on brass types and tea bags. I think it's part 3, but he's a good lad. He's a good one. Should be there to meet him and suss him out. While I was at the meeting, that little having a couple of beers and sorting everything out, Paul mentioned he's got a new alpaca supplier, and he told us where he was. Also in Fisheries, up Russell Grove way. So I went and have a perv. There's a few of the little chaps. And our committee meeting last night for the garden club. Paul says I've found a new supplier of alpaca muck. So it's been there, I did 5 bags. So this still there, got a few in, on down the bottom field. Bagged up with a bag, or your own bag, great. Awesome. Brilliant.
What was it?
Washing stuff.
How many did you have? Good the bag. Was it full?
Bloody Ben at the door, he ain't got his K. Gordon Bennett.
Get a few then.
It was
What-
a quid a bag, but because the sun wore full, he gave me 3 extra. He's a good lad. Out of 5 as well.
That's all
But if you take your own bags, it's free.
good.
There's a bloody great pile on if you want it out the road.
I'll have to go down there.
But obviously, most people don't go with bags in the car or the boot. They expect it to be bagged up and nice and clean.
Get a towing hitch, put a trailer in there.
Boston stuff. Loved it. Look at that. You can smell it from here. Right. The van's going. Can't afford to be a 2-car family. So I took it down Bubbles, Craigleith, opposite Tesco. I says I want I've got to get rid on it. I'm going to flog it on motorway. So I need a good clean on the outside. When we scrape some, I want to polish, see if I can polish out all the crap. And the valet inside and all. He says, give me 40 minutes, come back. He says 20 quid. I says 20 quid, you done the inside? I said, done the bloody lot. Done a perfect job. I says, what's the small print? He says, I want you to promote me on Facebook. So I did. He's a good lad. So the van's going. Right, canners, because we had that storm a couple of days ago. I had to move all the canners down the bottom, out the wind and up the corner, patio where we come out. So them 2 photos of my canners and this one, I put on my Compost King post. It just says the canners in the alstroemeria. The 2 of my favourite plants because they flower all summer until we get the first frost. And somebody mentioned we can get alstroemeria from. And I replied to her, we don't still get them now from nurseries and whatever, meaning if you've got time any time during the week, if I'm retired or if you're ill, we can just go to any nursery now because they'll be flogging these off cheap, so they ain't got to look after them over winter. And it's going to come back with an answer tomorrow if I go in. But Scott is our first inputter.
Evening.
Or yours, sir.
Just a few quick ones. Just had just the chilies right now up in the greenhouse, looking good. That's a Bahamian goat, which is like a habanero, Scotch bonnet sort of thing. Picked a load more today. So,
Did you say goat or goat?
Goat, Bahamian goat.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're nice. They're my favourite of that sort. They're lovely flavour. They are quite hot, but if you when you're cooking them, they're not so bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Don't eat one fresh off the bush.
Oh, why not?
Ridiculous idea.
Look at him.
I know. Can hear it.
Anymore?
Yeah, so there's just a few pictures of them. Some of them, really. That's all. I've got that's. I think that might be the same one, same plant. I think I've got a couple of them. So that's in like an air pot type thing. But they've done quite well. That's jalapenos, ripening up. That's in like it's got a window grow, one of the greenhouse sensation things, self-watering things. They love it in there for some reason. I always put 3 in there, and they always do well. So, and that was me pickings a couple of weeks ago, just out of the greenhouse. So, and I've probably got the same again today. So, sweet peppers as well, done really well this year. So the jalapenos I've got to put those ones in the fridge and wait for a load more to ripen, and then I'll smoke them. But yeah, been a good year so far.
Excellent.
Especially with my new greenhouse. There she is. Look at that beauty.
The bottom, eh?
Yeah, it's lovely. I love it. It's my happy place.
You've got to have one.
no,
Ain't you?
eh?
You've got to have one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Happy
yeah,
place on.
Yeah, definitely. I just go in there in the mornings and it's quiet and you just sit there and inspect them all and just love. I just love it. So so that's gone well. And that's me second flowering of me bougainvillea. So that's that's. I mean that was taken a few days ago. So it looks even better now because the weather's still warm, quite warm. I don't know what it's like up where you are, but it's been lovely and warm today. So it's like a summer's day really today.
No, we've had cloud and the rain. It's been mild.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense. So,
Yeah. Now it's pretty warm here. So they're those sort of plants are loving it. So sunflowers have done well. I put Donna in there so you could see how big they are. We didn't even plant those ones; they just self-seeded. So we left them in. They're enormous. We've had to tie them to the plum tree behind with strings, hold them up. But they
nice.
just done ever so well.
Oh, wall looks good.
Hey?
The wall
You
looks
raised
good.
bed, so are you happy with your raised bed?
Oh yeah. Donna's taken over it this year, but it's been
Okay.
lovely. Yeah, it's been because I lost a lot of my dahlias because I was going to leave them in there. But of course, last winter
Yeah.
I'd have got away with it any other year, but so I lost most of my dahlias in there, but kept a few by. So this plant I picked it up at a horticultural show, not show, a sale, like £2, and it's called Mirabilis yalapa. I don't know if anyone's ever come across it before, but when we went to Greece and they were growing like weeds over there, like in the wild, and I messaged my sister in Portugal, and they have it in Portugal, but it's called boa nuita or something because it opens only it flowers at night basically, and so that's obviously the day. So you can see the flowers are starting to close up during the day. But it's interesting plant sort of thing. Anyway, she's just sent me some seeds of the yellow one that she's got in Portugal, so I'll try and grow them next year. And but it's just it was £2 I think it was in the sale, and they just said it likes a big pot, so I potted it up into a massive pot, and it's gone badonkers. So yeah, it is Mirabilis yalapa. So and that's all the information I had. But £2 worth taking a chance, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was just something different. And that's me dahlia. I did manage to save 2 or 3 of them this year, so they're flowering like good now. So beautiful, aren't they?
I am. Lovely.
Yeah. Tomatillos, they've done well this year, really well this year. Probably the best crop I've ever had. In fact, we had tomatillo chicken stew for dinner tonight because I've had so many. They're just wonderful things. One of my favourite things to grow there. You have to grow more than one plant because they don't self-pollinate. So you need at least 2 plants. I've got 2 or 3 in the back garden. I've got a couple in the polytunnel. And they've really done well this year. Obviously, the weather's just right for them, I suppose.
Is this inside or outside the greenhouse?
This is outside. I always grow them in a certain space against the conservatory, and they tend to like it there. Got them in a quad grow with a couple of tomato plants as well, and they just done really well this year. I find if the bees find them early on, then they do well. But otherwise, I have to start going around with a paintbrush and tickling them up, But if the bees find them, they just keep coming back, and then they just pollinate really well. So, but they are delicious, and there's loads of different
You have to
recipes.
wait for them to go red, or is he ripe?
No, go green. They're just that's ready. As soon as it starts bursting through the skin, that's ready. So I picked a load of them. Picked that one today, and a few more. But you sort of char them under the grill, and then whiz them up with some lime juice and salt and coriander and stuff like that, and make a sauce. And then you can either use it like a salsa, or like today I've used it, put it in a slow cook with some chicken, and I've got a recipe various recipes for 'em. I use one for got one where it's use a sauce for an enchiladas. So they pour that over the top of the enchiladas. It's lovely. Yeah.
Like it? Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Well, I
It's
have,
like
but
a mix.
never known
It's a
them were real.
Mexican plant, you know, Mexican tomato. They're
Yeah.
all also called.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Good though. Something different.
Good.
Yeah, and that's me red canna. I can't remember what it's called, something bronze. But I potted that one and the yellow one on a few weeks ago before I went away, and it just started flowering again, and it's just gone mad.
Yeah.
Won't stop flowering. Yeah, lovely. So that's that, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Scott, quick question.
Yes, mate.
How did Man United go yesterday?
Oh, sorry, you're breaking up, Paul.
Man
I
United
can't hear you very well. I can't hear you very well.
Yeah. 1-0.
Gardening. This is a gardening thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just
Not a football thing.
Paul, you're going to get a yellow card in a minute.
Can you
Okay,
mute him?
Jeffrey, have you got a sensible question, please?
Just a observation, like Scott wanted bees in the greenhouse early.
Yeah, on the tomatillos, yeah.
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 So what I always plant in 4 corners of the greenhouse, I always plant wallflowers
Oh, okay.
because they come out quicker and they come in
Yeah.
bloom quicker than outside.
Yeah.
And the bees get attracted by them and then start your tomatoes off.
Yeah, I tend to if I've got an early flowering flower, I'll put it in front of them because I'm growing them outside. So if I've got an early flowering dahlia or something like that, I'll put that in front of it just to try and encourage them in. But this year they found them, and but last year I had trouble last year with them. I didn't have much of a crop last year. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Excellent. Lovely, Paul.
cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, my mate. Right, still picking quite a bit of fruit. Blueberries, best I've ever done. Not I got that many. I did some another jar of jam. So 3 jars already ready for next year. Must be wine. Right, Russian. If the council cut the grass, then I've got no grass at all for grass cutting, so I'll nick a bag as well, bring that on. For the nitrogen content of the compost. Big blueberry wine, if I remember I did. I've got to stir that daily, so I'll just lift the bag up, then give him a stir. Russian had a date last week, so I went for a perm, had a haircut. Bless her cotton socks. Right, my sangria, which I got from Lidl a while back. I've got to get through them. And at the time when they was flogging it, they never had a little sign or something. And I found this by accident fruit mix for sangria, obviously in the freezer section. But if they put a sign that they was flogging this next to flogging the sangria, that'd be really perfect. So now I'll just put a dollop of them in, take them out dinner time-ish, and I'm thawed out ready for the evening. Beautiful. Roses have started coming back into flower again. This was all the buds had finished everything last week. Now they've started back up again. So the mild weather we got now, we're supposed to have this for another week. So let's hope them right. Oh, Paul, our second inputter. I'll put this in, Paul. This is an extra.
Yeah, right, no worries. The fig tree. Yeah, that's, well, as you can see, it's absolutely covered in it.
Bloody chocker.
It's
This is your back
Yeah.
garden, isn't it, Paul?
probably about as, it is, yeah. They're probably about as, I don't know, as big as your thumb, maybe a little bit bigger. But it is absolutely plastered. And Joe says some of them are the size of a cream egg, so. But they ain't ripe yet. We're hoping, but you never know. You
Oh,
never know. The grapes left to do their own thing up the allotment. Best crop I've ever had. The vine's actually growing in between a gap in two slabs because that area was slabbed. I don't know if you noticed that, Mick.
yeah.
There's like a concrete bank which goes up to where the power station is
Oh,
that they put in when they put the fence in, and then there's a crack in that, and then it's slabbed up to that, so the vine has literally grown. I don't know how, when Matt put it in, I haven't got a clue how he even got it in there, but that's Matt, the French guy who got the plot before us.
oh,
It's probably what, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old now. It was just a twig up until about 3 years back, and I haven't pruned it, nothing. Just let it go this year totally, and that's the result. Absolutely plastered, weren't it?
yeah. I should say when the sun is out though, that's the sun trap in it.
Yeah, you've probably got it most of the day there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's much shade or nothing, but well, that's true because I told you there's a massive wasp nest just up from there, and they haven't, for some reason, they ain't touched them.
Mm.
So yeah, really pleased with that. Really pleased with it.
Was
See
Paul
what
give
it
me a
does.
tink, says, do you need any grapes for wine? So I'll leave these up there. There's my babysitter, we Russian. And he was getting the grapes out for us.
Wow.
Well, I needed enough for 3 gallon. But I mean, there's loads of grapes there.
Oh yeah, still
Clean
ain't
as a
picked.
whistle.
Still ain't picked any more of them yet.
Yeah,
But I think I'll be going up there tomorrow and having a go.
yeah. But I bunged them in the garage, keep them cool. I'll start them tomorrow. This is I'm sorting through about 3 different recipes.
You'll have to tell us what to do with them, and I'll have a go and all for
Oh,
next
No
year
sugar.
for the what's it for the meeting, the show.
Don't add no sugar, don't add no water. In the grapes. It's all full of sugar.
What, just the grapes on its own?
Yeah, they're full of sugar. Grapes are full of sugar. I did it one year, years ago. It was like a pink grape. Dad says, "Oh, don't you know about sugar?" I said, "I do." He says, "What? Crush your grapes, get them juicy, put in the hydrometer, off the scale. Don't need them. Don't need sugar." And on a lot of wine sites I was on Facebook, this bloke was putting sugar into his grapes, and everyone was having a go with him. Don't eat sugar in grapes. It's full of it. You know, it's full of natural yeast as well. Grapes.
Yeah, because
That's what I say. That's what I say to people. If you're on a diet, don't eat grapes. They're full of sugar. So that's a
you
tip for you anyway.
wouldn't eat them anyway.
No, them full of sugar. To be
Them
honest,
seeds.
just try it anyway.
mm.
If you add water, it's going to dilute the alcohol out of it straight away. I've done grapes a few times, and you don't need it.
Paul, you should have a photo on now after this. Did I come on? So thank you for your input, sir.
You're welcome.
Good man.
Yeah, good.
So that was last night. The fruit had thawed out. And I had me a pint of sangria. Mm. And the fruit comes in the next morning. Goes having with me yogurt for breakfast. Because I'm a good lad. Oh, Paul.
Oh no, not me. Right, it's a back garden, a few bananas and a few cannas. That's the Bengal tiger. This year I had three, one snapped in the wind, and I had some pups on it. I took four off, and I've looked today, two are throwing new leaves, so two new bananas for next year for the collection.
Have you told the wife?
No, they're in the tunnel up the garden. They've got to come in now soon, it's getting colder. Got to find room for them. All right, that's me back garden again. I've got a red alstroemeria and indigo next to it. And I've got some new cannas. That one to the end where the watering can is. It's called Hot Banana. Really nice. And that one is the same one next to it, Hot Banana. It's only tiny. I don't know why. And there's a purple alstroemeria there. It's only dwarf. Next from me. And that's one of the bananas I had to move to get falling over the other winds. I put it in the entry. This is bringing it in, don't want it snapping off. I'll put it in the entry. It's back in the garden now. Get falling over. Right, this is my far corner. That is Durban. It's at least 6 foot, that is, at the moment. One next to it is, what's it called? Cleopatra. Just finished flowering. If you look to the one side, it's got a new flower coming on. I bought that. It was only about less than a foot tall. And it's gone on since I put it in end of May.
Yeah.
Oh, it went in some alpaca muck and alpaca muck. It just throws it. And I had another seed ingredient added during the summer. Some drug compost. I think that's helped a lot.
I was looking at
Next,
me Cleopatra this afternoon.
yeah,
It's similar leaves to this. And
yeah.
I've noticed the leaves on the bottom are green, and then they
Mm.
start getting more stripes in, the more,
Yeah.
the
Good
newer
help.
the leaves.
Yeah,
The
it's the
top
old leaves.
leaves now are half and half.
They will, because the
Brilliant.
old leaves are new when they come up out there.
Yeah,
So it must have shot and they keep going up. And that'll keep going till the first frost, I reckon.
that'll
Fingers
be
crossed
long.
we'll have a frost roll. And that's me step as you come at the back door. I bought these two, the black one there, and that's near the same colour, but it's slightly redder. My hedge is 6 foot, and I'm over the edge. My neighbour can see them next door. And they've got to be 6 foot 5, 6 foot 7. And the two end ones I had from, was it, over Romsley. I think that was £10 a plant. They were done with white canners, but Tropicana black and the one's something else, I can't remember what it's called. And this one little one here is a nice pink one. A new one's finished flowering now. New flowers are coming on. That's Durban in the middle. Durban looks tiny compared to that. And the one next to it is me Stuttgart. It's got a bit of a white tinge in the leaf. It's absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
But the sun comes out and the wind blows it. It gets a bit brown on the leaves, but you can live with that. Hasn't flowered this year. Don't know why.
What
Next
colour's
year.
the flower normally?
You can. I'm waiting to see, but you can get mostly orange or red.
Oh,
Fingers crossed it'll be either. And that is bursting that pot at the moment.
yeah,
I noticed that. But what's that lump? And I put my end against the pot. I thought that's shoving out again.
yeah.
And bigger pot next year. Next one, mate. And this one with bananas. I don't look very good on the picture, but they're better. The little red one at the corner is a beaut, man. I've had 8 years. It's at least
It's a
5 years
lovely
old.
leaf, that is.
Yeah. And they
Good.
grow, the leaves are about 3 foot tall and they're about foot and a half wide. They can obviously them in people's gardens big, really big. But you still got to protect them ones again, like everything else, the bananas.
Yeah.
And the one next to it is a muscovado. The Scotland now, he's got a couple of them. They seem to be slowing down now, the bananas. Cut loads of dead leaves off them in the week, straight in the compost bin.
Do you
And the
lift
one
yours
next,
in the winter? Do you put them in? Do you put them in? Just bring them indoors in the pot.
yeah, I'll just carry them straight in.
Yeah,
This
you don't lift
thing,
them.
I'll have to go in the polyton on the bottom of the garden. Got a few more. We'll take them all in the house. Look, I suppose you can use them for Christmas trees. Put some lights on. And the one next to it is another Stuttgart. I bought 4 of them this year and I'm absolutely crackers, man, believe it or not. I was talking to this bloke on, these are ones off eBay, these ones, this picture here. I said to the bloke, they come, they look off dead, they were little rise and they're never going to root at all. He said they will give them time. I thought, no chance. And I was about to message him again. They rooting, and all of a sudden they just from nowhere they just shot up. There was like a stick. So all it was he sent me. I thought, well, maybe they were. I paid, I think it was 18 quid for free. I thought, they're gonna go now. Really. And all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, they're up and running. And look at them now, over the moon. Room. And if you look closely on some of the leaves where the wind catches them, they do get burned. But next year I'm moving them. It's really sunny there. To a bit of a shady spot where the one was. So hopefully
Yeah.
fingers crossed better next year. And then cracking.
I asked Sylvain about that. He said it's on just wind damage.
Yeah, wind damage. So it is. And they can get up to. I was reading on someone going in back going in the ground. Then restricted in the pot. He got them. What was those? Oh, those new 7 8 foot tall. And those
Yeah.
in America. There's crowds of them, loads of them. Lovely, leave on them. Worth 18 quid off eBay. At first I thought I'd never even go around. They did. So I'm happy with them. And the pots of them being there. That's me banana. The short story last year. I brought it in. It was green, lovely. And he started to die. I thought, oh shit, I've lost this. That's the one with flowers. I can't remember what it's called. It's a dwarf one. You don't get one main leaf, you get loads of leaves off it. And it does flower after 5 years. I think next year's the 5th year, so fingers crossed, get a flower next year. And it looks like bananas when they come out, but it's just like a big, massive yellow flower.
Uh,
Looking forward to that. That grows.
ain't there a flower stem there then?
No. It's proper big, like a big ball,
Uh,
big and thick ball when it comes out. Well, I thought I lost it last year, and she says, no, I brought it in, looked dead. Man, I was gonna dig it up and chuck it away, and it started to shoot again. And give it some feed, and that was
uh,
it. Looks great now.
good. Oh, don't forget last year was a one-off, we hope,
Yeah.
frost-wise.
I bought them in the house before we had the frost. I'm just got to keep an eye on the weather now.
Yeah.
I've got a new tunnel box as well. You know, if you only get a few in there this year. I'll put some of the big ones and just fleece them and cover them and store them. I could have them all in the house. Thank you guys. Any questions?
Austin Paul,
Cheers, Nick.
good man. Cheers, Paul, man. Right, second flowering of delphiniums. So remember, I always chop them off after the first flowering, and then give them another good feed, and they throw new growth again. Now all these are standing up. Then we have the winds and the rain. Meaning the winds weaken them, and the rain out gets in there, and the weight on them just bloody snaps them off. But we had to go anyway. Right, sweet peas. I've got to take these down off my netting. That worked this year. Now these just pull straight off. Don't forget, I haven't tied any of these on or nothing. So that all I'm hanging on by is their little feelers. So they just pull straight away. Perfect. Look at that. Clean as usual. And that's all ready for next year. So I know I've got away with that. Second dollop of or third dollop of seaweed this year. That's still drying out. Yes, Paul.
You save the seeds off your sweet peas?
No,
No.
I'll give
I've
him the
saved some.
birds.
I've saved some of mine.
Yeah, I've still got some from last year, mate. Or this
Okay.
year, showing.
I'm gonna try them.
Oh. Two more up ready down there trading sheds. So I borrowed 2 more bags of wood chip while I was down there. Got me another carrot up. Nice and clean. Don't forget they don't need peeling because they've touched no soil whatsoever, not a bit of compost. Top and tail them. I'll take the core out. Russian has them chopped up with a swede. and that goes in the fridge. Them two go in the freezer. Rushan always likes fruit and veg, so I also chop that pepper up. I don't like green peppers, so when it has a sachet of grub, it has a couple of them as well, because that's the crunch when it has the sachet of meat is all sloppy and gravy and stuff, but it likes crunchy bits and all, and it does chew them. Right, my mate John Murphy, he'll be on in a couple of weeks' time. But he was up for the show, and I managed to get these at our last committee meeting, which was last Thursday. And I've sent them in the post to him today. But he's got a bit to answer for. When he first started doing his inputs, he does loads of these. He makes them out of everything smoothies. And I think his first one was spinach and something. And I thought, bloody spinach. Then I thought, well, you eat spinach. I love spinach. And our Ben started doing smoothies. Got spinach in there, was it? And it was bloody lovely.
Yeah.
Because he puts all the stuff in.
Yes.
Obviously good for you. So that's my dinner. 2
Oh.
crusty cobs
Oh.
and my smoothie. Cheers, John, mate. Right, blueberry wine. You remember what I did? I was stirring daily for a week. Then I have to lift the bag out and let it drain, which I did. I needed the bowl, so I put another bowl under it. Obviously, got to catch everything out on it. Because all the gump's in the tea bag, there ain't much. In fact, that was the only stuff that I got out. And the dregs there, obviously, that's small form. So it's not obviously put it through the sieve again. So I'm going to get all the bags out. And then through another bag, like a little tea bag. Then you bung it in your demijohn. Of course, see that? That's better.
Nice.
Right, 21st of November. So as the airlock gone in, pushed in tight, got water in there, and within 3 minutes, you started bubbling. Except it's got to go in the bedroom. Then we've had a new carpet. Mrs. is going to throw a fit, so I've got to put tissue paper around there, like the old one there. That's what I've just bunged in. So just in case he does start bubbling like Billy O, I've got to keep an eye on him. If he does, I'll take him out. This has bloody killed me because he's on the carpet. That's it, perfect. And that one, I think, is that end of the month? 22nd, yeah. You can see he's clear. That's parsnip. That'll be another good one and all. Which parsnip is. Right, little orange tree, he throwed loads of blossom. So anything that's indoors, like in the house, I'll bring him out and mist spray if I can. And everything in the tunnel or the greenhouse, that gets sprayed as well. The giant Cape gooseberry is going spare, so I took a bit off him. So into the greenhouse. There's a bit of sun, but not enough sun to harm anything. So that's my self-setter, sweet pepper, my lime. We're still throwing fruit, my lemon there as well. Right, these self-setters, if you remember, those growing at the base. I forgot I put them in originally at the base of my blueberry. Here's the first two that come through. I even forgot I put 3 in. So I took them out and then he come through. But these 3 now need potting on. So I'll get some of my own compost out. Normal thing, I'm going through that, emptying that out, taking all the worms out. Because it is good in the pot. If it's good in a raised bed, I'll just leave it as it is with the worms in. So I took all the worms out of that. That goes in there, that lot comes out again. Put the worms back in the compost. carpets back on, lid back on. Right, pots, next pot size up. Some of these have got bloody big holes, so I put paper in the bottom. Just when I'm carrying them around, it's a bit cleaner or whatever. So them two, that's the next pot size is going up. Yeah, that tells me I need a potting on. There's paper in the pot from the first potting. So that's my own compost again. So all my cannas have been grown in my own compost this year, all the way through. So he is going in there. Bring him up level with the other pot and pack him in round the side. Perfect. Put him in nice and upright, nice and level. I always push in down there, as you can see. I don't push that down too far. I want it at the same level. The smaller, jog him as well. Any more worms that I've missed, I'll put them in one of the raised beds. Just bung them in there. I'm still going to get worms in the pots because of the eggs when they hatch out. But I'll take them out at a later date. Right, next pot size up for him is the one I've just emptied earlier on. I still need a little plate for him. Mixing a bit of I've run out of my own compost with the first two. I've got half of my own compost left. I thought, well, I ain't going in just to get a little bit out. So I did a bit of multi-purpose with the vermiculite. So while we got the vermiculite, I use that later on to keep him upright. He's got to go in skew if. Yep, he does need putting on. Good watering outside. Right, Scott, my bougainvillea was doing all right here. We positioned him here in the end. He's been in a few places, but here he was doing superb. Now we had our first frost about 3 nights ago, and I forgot all about him. Well, I didn't realise we was going to have such a good frost, but it jobbed him. I thought, bugger. So I'm going to put him back in the end of the greenhouse, hoping I ain't lost the chap. But we'll see how he.
All right, that should be all right. If you
Yeah,
had frost already,
I know.
you pay your rent up there.
That's why I've got a fog van. Right, my outdoor peach, which I pruned and all the old leaves fell off. There's new shoots on him and all, with our loopy weather. Right, our bird feeders up the top here, so all the seed they drop off, this lot grows up. That's where the bloody cat hides. Little shit. So I'm digging out all that. There's my hand fork. Like it's all like that. Everything's bloody seeded. So I'm digging that lot out. So I'll put me a barbed wire down here just to keep the cat away. So the birds are free. This is in the tunnel. He just started spurting as well. New shoots. Obviously the first decent frost. It'll hold everything back and look after them. I'm just sorting these out as well. I'm putting more canes around all the fruit ready for next year. Right, the 3 cannas which I've potted up, they've finished draining outside. So they've now brought back into the end of the greenhouse. So everything is still in the end of the greenhouse. Nothing else growing in the greenhouse itself. He's putting a bit of meat on, luckily. Just going back in, this was the young pup off the big one I put into our show. And I was bidding for the chap, the mother of him, up against somebody else. And the chap who was bidding, I wanted them 2 on our committee. So I let him have it. I think it's 20 quid he had it for. Jeremy saw
15, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, 15, I think.
It did work because they're both on the committee now. So in my eyes, it was worth it. Right, this last week started chopping the tops off. Go back on that one. Where I took the flowers off, all these are sealed now. It's been a couple of weeks. They're sealed nice and hard, so I'm chopping everything else off. Right, the driveway, obviously, Mrs. Parks is there, and I drive this side. But we have moss growing, and I usually have to do this about every 5 or 6 years. Here's roofing. There's a controller in there. I can watch people walking past. Got J's fluid. Use a hose. If you ain't got a hose on, you're wasting a lot. But I'll just give it a good soaking. Don't forget J's fluid now is weaker than what it used to be years ago. Meaning you've got to use twice as much. That's when they took them to court. They wanted to ban J's fluid and Armilitox. This is the EC. So they took them to court and they just make it weaker. Armilitox is finished. They've finished. But J's fluid, well, you haven't smelled it, and you can see the thickness of it when it's in the bottle. Tell you like what it used to be. So that's had a good soak in that side. Then I move the van over and do the moss this side as well. Back in the greenhouse, if I'm passing the seaweed, I'll turn that again. This was last Saturday when I went and got some wood chip. Got about 85 quid worth of stuff. We made Steve up Brum and stuff for myself. As you can see there, 5J's fluid. Well, we got it. Wilco's gone. All these use a crusted bomb anyway. Right, this is starting drying off already. You can see where it's killing it. It's killing the moss. In a couple of days' time. It's either a stiff broom or just leave it. It'll drop off itself after a month or so. You ain't got to exert yourself. Right, that's one bed done. Started doing t'others. If the windows topple one of me cannons and I put him upright, I haven't got just about make a cane underneath there. When I do put them upright, I just make sure that I'm as level I can get them. So when it does rain or if I'm watering, feeding, then they are nice and level. But yeah, all doing well. Had a good display this year. So the few alterations I've got to do in the raised bed, move different things around. Like that canna there, he was supposed to be in a dwarf pink, and he ain't. So he's coming out, and there will be a dwarf yellow that's going in there, proper bright yellow. Just done this bed as well. Now I'm going to chop that one there. But any duffins, then they go straight in the bag. Right, these lot here. He's done well, my fig. Same as Paul, no browns. But I had enough off there. Right, Cleopatra. Put the height of the plants as well. So I get the babbies off next year, the rhizomes. Or the seed. I'm leaving one seed head on every plant. I'm going to try the seed for next year as well. Meaning if they come, I'll tell people the height of the plant and whatever. Indoor plants, when the leaves die off, telling you, feed me or give me a drink. So if they have completely died off, then I cut them off with small scissors and give them a banana feed, potassium. Rainwater, leave it overnight and feed the lot. Any dead ends on here, I cut them off. Well, all the house plants in the house. But that's a little tumbler I use. Usually offer one of them to one pot. That's the one coming down the stairs. He's very slow growing, but he'll get there eventually. And this one's gone bloody loop in the living room. He used to be on the stairs. And that one is Dendrobium R. He's given us one set of flowers. Right, when that's finished, obviously my bits are going in the compost heap. So either side get half of me banana skins, lid on. This is Aaron. Last Sunday went to see him play footy. That wasn't too far away, down by the lock. Roses in the raised bed. Then we started coming through again. These are one on each corner. Don't forget scented. Now I've got to shape these at the end of the season. Start doing the mids. Don't forget anything in pots or tubs. It is a raised bed and they do dry out quick. So I'm still watering and I'm still feeding because it is mild. Same as us. Gotta be fed. And that's that rose that had finished a while back. And it's come back now. Might be 3 raised small beds. Where I had another netting up there for the sweet peas. That worked well. Exactly the same with these. There's no tying in, nothing. So I pull them straight away off the netting. They come away clean as a strapper. So I've cut them off 4 inches above the soil. Thinking about these, I've never thought about this before, but with eating peas, like you get your nitrogen nodules on the bottom. So I thought, well, let's have a nose. Yep, sweet peas. There you can see them. So I did Google it just in case to make sure. And yep, exactly the same as peas. So I just cut them off, dug them back in. For all the rest of the rubbish, any weeds and whatever. They're bunged in. Right, that one, I know Russia's there, but there's a cobweb between that plant and this. And he built it overnight. And they just about make it out. There's a cobweb in the middle of it. You've got good eyes. You don't see the chap here. I always like to break it. I had to walk through it. Cobweb not even there. Yeah, if I got that in focus, he was a corker. So I couldn't get it in focus. But you can see him making his cobweb. So he's using 1, 2, 3, 4. And good day there. Right, Ben says ginger. Can he grow some? Oh, good, Bennett. Yep. So I'm going to grow some in pots. With this, what you got to do is soak it overnight. Because they put a coating on them so it doesn't start spouting when they're flogging it in supermarkets. Because it's warm in supermarkets. They wouldn't last if people see sprouts on spurting. I think or that is going over. So if you soak it overnight, it brings that coating off. And then you're ready to pot up. So I want me some more of my old compost. I pass this little chap en route. Right, I read on one of the blogs you can eat green figs. Just bung a bit of honey over them or something. Nah, what a load of crap. I cut one in half and that dry as a ferret. So that went out the window. Has anybody ever dried a green free? I'm going to leave them on a bit longer. Well, they're still bloody green.
Got plenty if you want to.
Just try. Cut one of yours open, see if them hurt like mine. Dry as hell. Because figs supposed to be brown inside, isn't it? With seeds and that. God knows.
Yeah, I'll cut one open. I'll let you know.
Oh. Right, my outdoor strawberries last year. I should have had these because those late varieties, obviously for our show. I had them from, where did I have them from? Is it J Parks? PJ Parks, is it? Or JP Parks? I'm in Manchester. And because they have all their stuff from abroad, whoever was doing them abroad lost the complete stock. So I had an email saying, we've lost your stock, everybody's. I'm having replacements come, and the stuff they sent is crap. Well, if I've had 5 strawberries off 5 of them, that's it. So they can suck egg next year, and that's the state of them. And they ain't dried out, they've been fed normal, everything, but that was crap. So they can go out the window next year. Fruit trees back of the garden. If you can remember, a couple of weeks back, I started throwing fruit. That was my apple and my quince, my pear. So I just wanted verifying. I emailed our Jerry. And he says, I want to rub these off or cut them off, but I don't want to do the wrong thing. Second opinion. He says, yeah, take them off. Otherwise, you're going to be knackered for next year, which is common sense, isn't it? So I'll just chop the lot off and shaved it. That was my quince, done him and all. Any canes I'm taking up from the peas, whatever. These are the 8-foot canes. I put them on top of one of my raised beds, the framework, and they dry nice and quick. And I can store them in the tunnel. The fruit trees down the side to be composting, and we've done well as well. I've had one apple off him, one off him. But these two, that's where I chopped him earlier on. Or new growth now to give me another spirit to go up for next year. And the blackberry, which was going behind there, I'm now training around there, so he's now going along the top wire back again, as we can see there. Once you do any pruning, which is something else I've learned this year, any pruning whatsoever, even them little bits which I've cut off there, it is like a slight check for the plant. So to help it out, make it cope, just give it a feed, and you bring it back to normal. It's like having a smack in it, then it gives you a Mars bar. Thank you very much. So for them both again. Well, while I was mixing that last bit of compost, because I ran out of my own, I thought the vermiculite, I need some of that for in the house, because that was bare soil. Ben mentioned it. He said, well, they put vermiculite on the top of there. Why didn't I think of that? I don't know. So I did all on them, which I haven't got none on. Now they look much better. Right, getting my own compost out. If you empty your bin, make sure you get all the worms out the bottom as well. Need some more. These have been soaking overnight, 12 hours, so they're ready to be potted on. So I want me some more compost. So this being a trial from scratch. So there's one with my composting, and there's one with clover compost with the aid of vermiculite. You haven't got to bury them, just got to leave them on the surface. But if you've got a cut, which I have there, because I've sliced them in half, just put that growing medium up against that cut as well. Just press them in slightly, and give them a good weight to it. But already got to keep them out of direct sunlight. Although, if we do get any sunlight now, there shouldn't be that much strength in it. Unless it's a clear day and it is under glass. But these will be the other side of the greenhouse. So I'll put my corn clover when I bung them in. Let's see how they go. So sun is this side of the greenhouse. Right, this lot seaweed, this is now dry. Jeffrey, yes sir.
Yeah, you said about a coating on the ginger.
Yeah.
Look, I get my ginger every month, a whole bowl of it, and if you leave it, it just goes like it goes loopy in sprouting. Don't know if you can see that. It just sprouts everywhere. Here's one. This. No, not kidding. Every single one just sprouts when you leave them in the bowl.
Well,
Then you can plant them.
you'll put so much on then for us to see, because I see nothing.
Yeah, look. Don't know if you can see.
No, of course, see nothing, mate.
No.
I've only got
I'll
my
take a
screen on.
I'll take a picture and send it to you, but it just sprouts like this. just in the ordinary air.
In water for a month.
No, just leave, and it's a dry bow. Look, if I do this, it's a bow.
Jeffrey course
bow.
doesn't, mate.
I'll
You'll have
put
to send me
one
some
on.
photos for the next strapper.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, mate. Thank you for that, Jeffrey. Right, seaweed. It is chopping. I found a flower on seaweed. I don't know seaweed flower. I suppose it's got to, isn't it? It's a weed. It's a plant. Something else I've learned. Something else I found. Now that was only one bag, don't forget, of seaweed. I found all this bloody crap in. Fishing wire, not wire. Fishing line. There's a bit of netting. Another bit of line. Lizzie.
Do you soak your wash your seaweed? Do you wash the salt off it?
No, I used to.
Yeah.
I've since found out the salts are good salts.
All right.
They're not bad salts.
Okay, thanks.
That was in one of me. Well, it's in me composting tool. I've got a photo of me washing the seaweed off, and I did a talk about 12 years ago. And there was a professor in the audience, and he told me off what he did politely. He said, "You know, the salts on seaweed are good salts." I said, "Good for the compost." He says, "Yes, good for the compost garden, everything. If there was bad salts, it'd be bad seaweed. It's good seaweed," which is common sense when he first explained it. So, yeah, they're good salts. Right, so I got all this crap out, chopped it up with my extended edge shears. Now I've got to go back in the garage. The shredder. The biggest bag will go onto there with my big elastic band and my toothbrush to hold it on. He goes through. Nah, that ain't small enough. Just put him through again. I was doing this and this was vibrating. I was looking though, the stuff was bloody moving. I thought I was going soft. I thought I'd hear that. That's better. Right, this little chap here, when the sun's behind him, he's a corker. He's only a thin red one, but he's got a yellow inner, yellow throat. Right, there's me original mixed seaweed. That's what I've just chopped. So he's good in there along with that. So I've got to mix it all up again. Ah, look at that. A mixture of everything. Now I've got about 4 different seaweeds. Corker is. Begonia. Forgot we got him. This chap in here. But he's a proper bright yellow. So this one, if you remember the raised bed, I've got a stump or a short canna, which should have been pink. But when I do swap him, this is going in front of that canna. Because the colour is a corker. So he'll be swapped with another stumpy and a yellow one, which will come to that height. And that yellow one will be going there. Because he's nice and bright. So that's one change or 2 changes for the raised bed for next year. Right, these lot. So it's like doing a stock check. So that one in there, I know it's a pink. It's 43 inches high. And there's the flower itself. Happy firework. This is the dwarf, 32 inches. This is the one that's going in the raised bed. Orca. Durban, 46 inch. That's a big bird. an over orange 30-inch. He's like a reddy then an orange throat. Yellow zebra. Don't forget most of these are from seed from me made from Canada. He's 36 inches as well. There is a yellow with a tinge with the middle leaves. You can see that red streak in him. But he's a nice bright yellow as well. But every one of these, the last flower, I'm leaving the seed on, and I'm letting that dry off completely black. Tropicana black 38-inch. Got a nice leaf and all colour. And firework crossed with a zebra, 28-inch. And these are nice and yellow with a stripy red. Now here's an Odden, a misfit. Similar again, yellow with a different stripe.
That's nice.
Because he says with the cross pollinations, you might get them similar to the parent, but they might come a right oddball where this one is. But he's still really nice. Because he says that's the way using seed, which is obviously they've done it in a field, self propagation, whatever. So it's cross pollinated. So you're going to get a new one, and every now and then you're going to get a good one. Right, that's a good one. This is one that's planted outside and he's staying outside. There's 3 planted out and they're staying out. So he's a firework crossed with zebra. And that I should have took this earlier. He's just dying off that flower. But I wanted to take a photo of him, but he's nice as well. There's more yellow in that. That ain't doing the plant justice. And the Tropicana black, I had to bring him down the bottom, which is 50 inches high, and the wind jobs in. Happy firework. That's me, little chap. He's a nice and raw. Cross open, because he was one of the open pollinated. But the flower had died off, I've got to get the flower on him. So all them was cleared because we got them storms coming, and that's when they was bombed down there. Right, clearing the drive. She's drying out and dying off. I'm going to give another week to die off even more. Right, my last bit of seaweed, which Stephen Lynn bought me last week from Portland. This is a different seaweed, so I'm going to chop him up in the bucket as well. He's got to go through, which he has. Now I'm going to mix him with him, and that is going to last me for quite a while. Perfect. Look at that. It's exactly the same as a compost heap. More ingredients like manures, more manure you get. Whatever manure you get, that's your nitrogen intake. Your activator, the best activator you can get. The more different manures, the better. Exactly the same as seaweeds. All seaweeds have got different feeds in. So there's me alpaca muck. Right, one of my bags of leaf mold have been collected. This is when I took Lucian for a walk. I did give it a bit of moisture in the bag. I thought let's help him out a bit. So another trial. Give him good soaking with a rainwater, with Rollies liquid muck. Give him a good mix in the bag. Nearly there. Give him another wear trip. Then we're going to add some topsoil. 1 pinch of topsoil millions of good bacteria. So he's going to have half a tumbler. Then I'll have half a tumbler of Rollies mix, his biochar and droppings. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Give him a good mix. Put holes in the bottom and in the top. I'm going to check in 29th, 11th. I've got a gap under there because that's where the eater usually goes. So that's where I'll put him. Right under there. Check him later on. Right, that was last week when I chopped all these. Any duffins, then they go straight in the bin because they are duff. The Ajax, he was a good one. So what I'm going to do, like he's got superb. Don't forget when I marked all these, because the bloody sun took all the ink off me. I don't know which one's which. So I just put superb, and when I got him up, and all I'm doing is putting that label in the top of the plant. So when I do get him up and lying flat, I've got the label in there. I know what they am. And I'm just working away. So it's a superb, small, white, pink inner. That's when I got him up. I've got dates at the back, all labels, when I planted them. So I've got a rough idea how long it takes. You've got to make sure you get the hand fork right underneath to get all these babbies out as well. If you leave them in, like the drop off getting them up, they're going to start spurting next year. But if you haven't got a good one, then you want them off anyway. Keep them for a future date. So this bit I did yesterday, that was the first one. Them lot are drying off. Them have a couple of weeks. This was Friday night, Dudley Town Hall, Simon and Garfunkel story. We started off last year, a couple of years ago. We saw the Bob Marley story in Brum. It's got to be 3 years ago by now, and that was brilliant, the story of, and the singing and that. So we saw this one, same sort of thing. Thought that'll do. Good old Mickey boy got us some tickets. Quick find before we leg it in there. You could take photos, obviously, going along. These two were superb, and it was just the songs they both brought out when they was together. Like at the end, he says, "Well, he never did such and such, or they never did such and such." But you realise then, because don't forget these separated for a while. They fell out with each other. They did their own songs. There was a couple in the charts, so it was just the songs that were fantastic. They'd just done the tour down London, done all the whatever theatres or whatever down there, and on the way up north they stopped in Dudley, luckily for one night. But they're brilliant. There's my bougainvillea. I've got shoots on him. Scott, I'm alright, mate. And my little orange, when I sprayed my flowers last week, got fruit on them and all. And that's it, people. That's past the hour and 20 minutes. Good lead. Hope you've enjoyed that, people.
That's excellent.
Jeffrey, I thought you got your hand up then. I thought you wanted a question.